Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P Funk. Thinking right out here in my lab where I'm in the books doing what I do for you. We almost done with the book. So I got a few more lessons for you, maybe a week so of lessons. I'm going to switch over to another book for you. But right now, let's do what we do. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in the story for life. I give life lessons. You tune into receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission. Yeah, I'm on it. It's to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinkers way of life through mental and spiritual discipline. Practice daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. You see where we're going with this? Let's get there together. So I ask you the question, do you know you? You will when I'm through. That's what I do for you. And it's rhetorical. But if you don't know, stay tuned. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that he know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. I appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. That's what I do for you. I appreciate you too. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself. And always to Mayat be true. Speaking of Mayat, we're going to talk about the goddess Netta. Probably never heard about her, so this is a new introduction for all my right thinkers who follow the Kemetic concepts. She's a real bad girl. Let's talk about her. This is who? The goddess Netta. And she's the goddess of goddesses. What you mean? Let me break that down for you. All right, this is a picture of her. You see she got bow and arrows in one hand. She usually had a shield to defend herself. But the second one you see her with the staff. But you see the headdress she got on. That's the crown of Upper Egypt. Of Lower Egypt. And it's the female version because when you put it on the other crown, you see the white the white crown, the shirt crown that they wear in Upper Egypt, they go together, and you got united to both. But she's from the lower, so she wearing that. And you see the other one she got a picture of. She's also, they call her the weaver. That's a spool. She represents the net, aka the matrix. Good concept. So let's talk about her. She's a bad girl. Let's go. Goddess Net. The Anuian theology intimately related to what Sayasian mysticism, this is early pre-dynastic concepts. And the goddess Net is actually, you ready? The female equivalent. Remember, everybody had to have an equal. And they're showing you that even with God, the singularity, he had an equal effeminate concept. He's male and female in one. See the concept? They had it perfectly understood. Now we're going to talk about God and the creation from the female aspect. Hope you understand it. So that's what we're going. That's what we're doing. And that actually is the female equivalent as what? The same divinity, Ra. She's just a female. Okay? She is the light. Hello? Of all and the essence which gave birth to who? To the sun, Ra. So she's Ra's mother. And guess who Ra's brother is? If she gave birth to light, everything come in pairs. He got a evil, bad brother. We call him Apophis or Apep, the evil serpent. They are brothers from the same mother. How about that? So even in creation, the story has always been what? Two brothers fighting against each other. But these two are unkillable. See, Ra can be destroyed and Apophis can be destroyed. Sound familiar? Energy, spirit. But it's always a choice. That's what they were trying to show you. Duality is in everything when it comes to time and space. You need two things to interact, three to make it happen. And Net is also who? The goddess of creation and of war. Your boy, the Greeks got what Athena, whoever it is, a female of war. Stolen again, more stolen iconologies and iconography. What's it for? Excuse me, my tongue tied about that. But they stole our concepts and twisted to make it theirs. But we originated this concept of the female warrior. How about that? But as well as what? In honor to deceive what? Decisive action. She was on point. In her hours, she's the main concept of the bullseye. She don't miss. And what she shoot at is what? Evil. Ignorance. She don't miss. And her attributes, watch this, are what? The bow, the shield, and arrows. Cupid is the concept from Net. How about that? See, y'all don't know that. So I call we got a little tidbit for you. And she is, watch this, androgynous. She's coming in the female form for a reason. But she's androgynous, just like Nabercha. He could be the female part, existence in the male, female part, the androgynous to be either or. And watch this. She's androgynous. Now, neither male or female. That's what androgynous means. Okay? And remember, the spirit don't need a sex. It's just a principle. It's either going to be a good one or a bad one, a male concept or a female concept. That's all. Union between two things, they got to be opposite. That's why two men and two women can't produce nothing. Moving on. This been nature. Ain't got nothing to do with how I think, what I feel. Ain't got nothing to do with me. And it was known to what? To watch over who? Asar's ceremonial bed when he lay dead. After they put him back together, they mummified him with who? Net's clothing. The swart, what they call it, swart, the stuff they wrapped them up in the linen cloth, okay? That was from that. And why? That's the story I got coming for you. But while he lay dead, she was there along with Aset and Netta, okay? She assisted who? Tahuti. In what? In bringing justice for who? Haru and the Assyrian myth. Remember, they went to court and they were saying that Haru was too young and a whole lot of nonsense. But yeah, but again, Tahuti is not a person. He's a principle. He's a concept. He's Ra's mind and heart. He's the reason. He's the messenger from God. Moving on. The goddess Net, watch this, is the primordial supreme divinity with the female aspect. Boy, I do this. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to walk you through this so you understand it as I'm going, hopefully. So, and she is the ancient, again, pre-dynastic, from the goddesses, Aset and Hetheru, right? And her worship extended to the far reaches of antiquity, meaning a long-ass time. Okay? A lot of y'all don't even know who she is. I know that. That's why I do what I do, so bring it to you. So now, Google her. They got information about her. They just don't talk about it. But she my girl. Now, and she go back to antiquity, which is what? Pre-dynastic. Booyah. Okay. Period of ancient Egyptian history. Egyptians were the last of the great civilizations that what? They kept the records. Before them, it was all folklore. It was all talk. They put it down. What? They call Egypt the what? The library of stone. They give you all the information. We're in the information highway right now. They did it thousands of years ago. Why? They knew we'd be back this way again. Hello. Now, and there are records from what? We are the record keepers in Egypt. And I make that point personally because why? They didn't have no concerns about white, yellow, black, green, or blue. Wasn't about that. It was about principle, about being spiritual, about serving your higher self and living a righteous and virtuous lifestyle. Why? Because when the physical body is over and is going to be over, your spirit wants to go back to whence it's come. They call it the primordial ocean. We call it heaven, whatever you call it, the filtered reeds, Urantia, whatever you identify with, but that was the purpose, and that's the name of the spiritual game. Spirit is on loan. That's a gift from God. Okay? Use it properly, and He'll get it back, and you'll be rewarded for doing just that. If not, you keep coming back, what? Until you figure that part out. Nobody gets it right the first time out. I don't know how many times I've been here, but guess what? I know this is the last time for me. Oh, you're not going to come back and be a teacher? Hell no. I was a teacher when I was there. I did the best I could, and I didn't make a dent. Sorry, but yeah, I'm a little annoyed. But so, listen, I ain't selfish. I'm doing my job to give you what I think you need to be your best self. That's what I got. That's all I did do. I can't do no more than that. So I want to get that point across. And watch this. In Egyptians, they are records from both priests and priestess who served in the temples of the goddess Netta. A long time ago. Again, and these what? These show that the worship of her was most popular back in their times and expressed generally throughout the land of Egypt from ancient times. Again, way back. As we will see, the teachings related to goddess Netta are profound. What you mean? In every way as elevated as what? Those of the supreme divinities of ancient Egypt, which portray mostly male aspects. She is just as good from the female aspect as they are from the male side, and our ancients knew that and respected that. So pay attention. This is all about Netta. Female. Watch this. In the pyramid text, on line 606, it states, Netta together with who? Aset, Neftet, and Sequet. She's the scorpion queen. Her body of a scorpion, but the head is a female. Another one of the conscious concepts. She can heal or she can kill. That's her thing. And she watched, all those watched over what? The funeral bed of Asar. Oh, he was well covered. Okay. And the bandages, there we go, and the shrouds used for the mummification of the deceased Asar was what? Was given by the goddess Netta. And through these, she imports her protection as well as her blessings in the form of spiritual power. We going way back. If she was the one who did get Asar. See where we going with this? So again, pre-dynastic, meaning before the stuff that we getting now, it was something before that. Again, now in the pyramid text, which is why I got a lot of information, line 620 to 627. Watch this. It is explained. This is all information. This is all information that the what? You the initiate is considered to be Sabak. Well, who the hell is Sabak? He's the crocodile god. And guess who his mother is? I'll leave that for a secret. But yeah, Sabak is the crocodile god. And he's the god, watch this, who is the son of, Netta. Bam. And that the initiate rises like the what? Son of Netta in the city of Netta, where Sabak with the man body or the crocodile body, the man body with the crocodile head, okay, or a whole crocodile walking on two, is recognized as what? As the form of, you ready? Haru. The spirit was always Haru. Okay, why? It comes from God. So therefore, even your religious concept tells you that. Y'all ride that Jesus, yeah, that was Haru. So I don't have no problem with that. Because you misunderstood it, misinterpreted it. If it gets you closer to God, it gets you to be your best self, I don't have a problem with that. Okay, that's why I don't argue and fight with y'all no more. Why? If you live in it, God bless you. Simple as that. Moving on. Because that's all I'm doing, living my philosophy, and I'm getting blessed. So who am I to say yours is wrong? If you're getting blessed with what you're doing, by all means, that's right thinking. What? You doing what works for you. I ain't telling you what to do. Okay, I'm just showing you how I do. So there is what? No conflict with my philosophical concepts and your religious beliefs, and finding out what? That the goddess Aset was ascribed her attributes in the later dynastic period. That's when Aset became all that. Before Aset, it was Netta. Okay, see the play with the net and the set? The following speech, now watch this, of the goddess is also used by the goddess Aset. She's going to say the same thing to her people in her time as Net said during her time. You see where I'm going with this? And watch this. It says, I am everything which has been. But Net makes that claim because she was. Set is saying because in her time, that's who she is. And which is what? I am everything which has been, and which is, and which shall be. And there has never been anyone who has what? Uncovered my veil. Net is saying that because she's covering the universe during her time. And that was a true statement. Set is saying it for her time. Again, can be a true statement, but it's the reasonable facsimile of the original who was Net. That's what we're talking about right now. And yet, they mimic what? The greatest form of respect, what? Emulating them. So, of the goddess, watch this, and of the goddess, it is said that she, again, this to my Net, created the seed of the gods and the goddesses and men and women. That's why I say she's the goddess of goddesses. Okay, she's the highest of the females in that aspect. Okay, moving on. So let's talk about Net right there. Now some of her attributes. This is the fun part. Net is the goddess of light. That means she gave Ra. When they said, let there be light, Net made that possible, according to her version. And Net, the goddess of light, watch this, and thus her festivals. Didn't know that she had festivals. And watch this, her characteristic by the practice of the lighting of the candles, torches, and lamps, and they set it out to sea. In India, they did that for they concept of Net. And light gave what? Birth to who? Ra. The sun divinity, who lights up what? The world. So she gave birth to what? The world. Conceptually, she put the light on us, and it comes from her. It didn't make itself. That's the concept. So moving on. And Net, watch this, is said to be what? Also the divine cow who gave birth to Ra. That's the cow we call Mehert. We're about to get to that now. We're working our way down to her. All right. So, but thus, Net is Mehert. Sorry about that, but this is what I do for you. And the primeval waters from which creation arose. Again, the noon, and her androgynous nature is related to the following epitaph, what it says. Father of all fathers, that's the male side, Pa. And mother of all mothers, that's Mu. Okay? That's the me or the Mu or Ma. Okay? Female aspect is the same like the father. And watch this. In order for them to have children, they had to come together. Father, male, mother, female, offspring, humans. Okay, let's go. Net / Menhit, which is they call the Great Lady, the Lady of the South, the Great Cow who gave birth to the Sun, which is Mehert, who made the seed of the gods and the goddesses and even men and women, and the mother of Ra. Again, so she was there before time began. She was there before Ra came into existence. See where we're going with this? So she's been around a long ass time. All right? And the one who raised up, now remember, I had a line for this. The goddess women of all women, the mother of Ra. Okay, now she's the mother of Ra, which is light. She's also the mother of Apophis, which is darkness. Don't forget that. And the one who raised up, Tim, in what? The primeval time, who existed when nothing else. When I hear people ask, well, if God created the world, who created God? Self-created, not from some planet, not from Nibiru, not from Atlantis. No, self-generated, self-conscious, self-made. Why? Everything is here. He had to make something else to what? To enjoy it. God made man so man can recognize God. Moving on. That's the philosophy. I hear a whole bunch of, everybody got their perspective, and everybody got information. It's up to every individual to use what they call discernment. That's Anubis, knowing right from wrong. Okay, I learned that on the streets from that guy. I learned how to use it from the aspect of reading and studying, and for myself. Now I have that knowledge too. Moving on, and watch this. They existed before anything existed and had existence. And who what? Created that which exists after she came into existence in the form of the sun, Ra. The goddess gave birth to the gods and the goddesses and to human beings, but she herself, pay attention, this gets good right here. She herself was not giving birth. Well, how the hell? Hello? Stick with me on this one. She brought herself into existence. Sound familiar? That's what God can do. That's the power of creative what? From your self-existence, you can bring into existence other things outside of what? Yourself. Like the dream. Your dream, you create everything in that. We're in God's dream, so to speak. I tried to break that down to you before, but this is showing you that she brought herself into existence, and she's the one that gave birth, what? Without being impregnated. Why? Because she was the primeval ocean, and she emerged as herself, out of herself, the same way God did it in the male concept. They're showing you female had the same concept. And all has come forth, what? Through and from her. I said the same thing about Amun. Okay, about the Nabercha, Netta. Okay, she is, again, self-existent, and her nature is secret and a mystery to all. Remember, took my pen down. There you go. There you be gangsters talking about net. Gotta get my gangster on. All right, there you go. Now, here's the picture. Now, she taught, which means deep, mysterious nature of the goddess Netta. She taught Netta. You see the guy sitting there? That's the hieroglyph for it right there. When you see a body like that, that's the Netta. That means that represents God in the flesh or the form of it. But otherwise, you will see a little flag-like sign. And these are all, I'm coming down to some information. I get to it, I'll point it out to you. But the goddess gave birth to the gods, okay, the mystery order. I just showed you that. She taught. She taught means to study the hidden mysteries of, the esoteric teachings of what? Exoteric information. Get the underlying knowledge of it to really know what it is. And this means deep, mysterious nature of the goddess Net. Net is also referred to, you see an arrow with a serpent. It means Ua Netter. Means great, okay? Or excuse me. Netter. That means divine or divinity one. Thus, Net encompasses what? The non-dual, absolute, all-encompassing divinity. In essence, you ready? She is the Bercha, the other half, okay? The female half, yin and yang. This teaching is further illustrated through what? Through the hieroglyphic symbols of her name. Her symbols are the bow, 2 arrows, the shield, and a knitting spool. These are all right here. Little small, but I think I can get you to see it. Right here. This is her name spelled the divinity. All right, get the glare out of there. I dig it. Can I see it? Okay, you see the bows down here? The shield, the arrows. That's the shield with the bows. I mean, the arrows on both sides. That's the bow, excuse me. And you see down here. If you can see it, I can't get it clear. God dang it. All right. Next one is show you, okay, the water sign. Okay, that's the water sign. That's it. That's the abyss. You see the sign, the squiggly signs? That means water, okay? Now, it's saying here, thus Net encompasses what they call the non-dual, okay? And her symbols are the bow, 2 arrows, the shield, and the knitting spool. That's what you see on top of her head, the headdress. Sometimes you see it with that. So now understand this. The name Net You see the water and then the spool. It's really a play on the word NT, right? They don't do your vowels, so it's net without the E. Or the NTET, which is still net, but they show you the cup on both sides in the water. This means that which is, that which exists, like power, existence. Net, the same thing. Okay? She represents the matrix that we all live in. So in essence, that which is real, true, and abiding. The goddess provides Sa, S-A-A. That means total, complete understanding or protection for the spiritual aspirant. She uses a bow and an arrow to do what? You ready? To shoot down the enemies. Who the enemy? The enemies of righteousness, which is anger, hatred, greed, jealousy, envy, lust. I can go on, but yeah, anything that's negative, anything that's not of God, getting shot down. Ain't that what y'all say? Anything we rebuke, anything that's not, again, we had that covered too. Net was that, took care of that. All right, and her name, Net Hotep, signifies what? That the goddess is a abiding supreme peace. Women, when they die, they want to go sit and hang out with Net. But men, they want to go hang out with Amun or Ra from that concept. That was the philosophy. Watch this. And I'm, okay, you talking about Ra? Here we go. Net is also known as Amentet. Amen, the hidden one. Amenet, the female aspect of it. But watch this. And that's the hidden goddess. Who? And she's the consort of the god who? Amen. As well, and that was Mut, okay? Amun in Thieves, that's Amen, Mut in Kansu. But watch this. She's the consort of the god Amun as well as who? As Rat, the female aspect of Ra. Okay? And the consort of the god Ra. Thus, we are to understand this. Watch this. That all the goddesses' forms are what? In reality, aspects of Net. I love it. Almost home. Now, Net is also known as, you ready? Me, he, Net. That's the water with two flags, a cup with serpents. Don't read the hieroglyphs like for me. Well, I know the water sign. I know the two flags. Okay, the feathers of my yacht. And watch this. She's the weaving goddess, which means what? The material woven by the goddess is used for the wrapping of Assad, the mummy. But she also what? Weaves her own clothing. This clothing is what? The outer appearance of the physical universe. Just like it's the face and body of Ra, is also the physical body of Net. And the object of all spiritual movement, right thinkers, within the Het Net, that's the house of Net. That's in the physical world. The house of Net, which is creation, boy, is the what? Appropriation. Creation is to appropriate what? The goddess to remove her clothing. To unveil her, to go from ignorance to not seeing to seeing her how in her real state, and to unveil her, so that what the initiate, you right thinkers, may now what see her in her true form, which is absolute and absolute existence. Seeing nature for what it really is. There's a story with the mythology for God when he tricked the young lady because he liked the Zeus as a bad man. And the lady told the lady who he was making out with, asked him to show himself, his true self. The lady who told that was Zeus's wife. She came down and tricked the lady who Zeus had a whole bunch of stuff, but this is one story I like because it proves this point. She told him to have him expose himself to who he really is. She know when the human beings see God, his true form, they can't handle it. So what happened when he came in his true form, she disappeared, okay? Zeus freaked out. And she was pregnant with his baby, so he took the baby and carried another story, but it gets a little crazy. But the idea was, if you saw God in his true form, you might not be able to handle it. And that's what you're prepared. She's preparing you to unveil her for yourself. That's becoming what? Enlightened. To who? Yourself. Who? Higher self. God. That's where she resides. That's where our moon, the hidden one, is. She's the female aspect of that. Hope you understand it. Let's go. I know you do, Tahuti. Where we at? Now, I'm about to wrap this lesson up. Being the goddess of light and having the power to what weave the intricate web of creation, aka the matrix, where all is connected. Everything is from the one. They're saying the same thing. The goddess allows herself to what? To be disrobed, to be discovered by those, watch this, only by those who follow the path of her to her discovery, aka spiritual enlightenment, nihas, to know thyself. This path was given. Oh, this been going a long time. I see the clock. I forgot about that. All right, I'm almost there. This path was given in the temple of Aset, who is a latter form, again, of the goddess Net. In the temple of Aset, the path to spirituality, Shetak Aset, the hidden mystery to the god Aset. Known today, we call it what? Yoga of wisdom. Master that. It was taught. Why? It is a spiritual discipline I still practice to this day, which involving the following areas that you need to master. For all right thinkers, as aspirants, you are to what? Purify your heart and body through what? A vegetation diet. I don't recommend that. That's your choice. But here's what I do recommend. Control of your sexual urges. Engage in devotional practices, meaning practice church, go wherever you want, whoever you fellowship with religiously, practice that. And the main thing is study of the wisdom teachings. The first stage is what? Listening. Tune into me. I take care of that part for you. And listen to the teachings of the myths of the goddess and receiving your mystical insights into them as you what? Practice them. Number 2. Doing that meaning reflecting on those teachings by what? Living life in according with virtue and truth. In essence, practice of the teachings on your daily life. My favorite phrase, daily, your life. Number 3, and this where a lot of people fall short. Don't be one of them people. Why? Because 3 is following through your subtle pointed intention. Meaning what? Leading oneself to what? A meditative union with what? Your higher self, the goddess who is in the essence of light, which transcends your mind, body, and time and space. You becoming one with your higher self while in the physical form. I got some more, but I better stop right here. I'll clean it up. Well, I got some more for the next one. So right now, right things, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. I've got to get it in for you. I enjoy giving it to you. And in closing, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 minus a day. So I've never known that my right thinkers who know the goddess concepts now as well as the male have passed away. I'll be right back.